Okay, and for us to review our Ghost Killer game, we're gonna continue on with this today. But just to review, we've got 5 ghosts we've created on the screen. We've got a nice background on our stage, and when we click the green flag, which is over here, the ghost will show itself because we don't want it to stay hidden. It will go to a random X location from -240 to +240, and a random Y location from -180 to +180. And it moves 10 steps, waits a tenth of a second, turns, continues until we click on it and it's hidden. So let's try that. Okay, when I click on it, disappears. So you can see they all kind of move in the same pattern because they're all based on the exact same program. There we go. Okay, so today what we want to do is we want to work on scoring is the first thing, and a couple other things, and duplicating the sprites in a bit of an easier way. So first let's talk about scoring. So to hold a score, we need a variable. Okay, a variable is like in algebra class where you have an x, so x equals 1, x equals 5, etc., etc. But in this case, we're going to have a variable. And that variable is going to be our score. So this variable is going to be a global variable, which means that everybody or every sprite has access to that variable. And so I'm going to go over to data, and what we do is we just make a variable. And so we go to stage because it's global. Everybody's going to be using this. So, and the stage is always there. So I'm going to make a variable, and I'm going to call it score. And you can see here it says, for all sprites. Okay, we won't talk about this one right now, but just for now. So we want all sprites to have access to that. I'm going to click OK. So you can see some cool things here. So the score is 0 now because we just created it. Now we have some interesting new functions. So we can set the score to a number, we can change the score, we can show the score, or we can hide the score. So that would be this thing up here. But the default is to show it. So again, we're on the stage. So I'm on my script. So when we start the game, so when the flag is clicked, what's the score going to be? Correct. I hope you said 0 at least. So I'm going to set the score to 0. So anytime I click the green flag, the score is going to go back to 0. Okay, so now what I got to do is I'm going to go back to my sprite. I'm actually going to delete these real quick. Delete, because what we want to do is we want to get one of them working perfectly, then we can duplicate it. Okay, so when this sprite is clicked, I want to hide it, and I'm going to change my score by, let's say each ghost is worth 10 points. All right, so let's just test that. So we got one ghost. Our score is 0. If I click on the ghost, boom, my score went up by 10. Okay, so that's that. Okay, I'm going to click the green flag again, and if this is correct, set score to 0 should occur. So, okay, good. So the score is 0. Click 10. And that's about that. Now, as we discussed before, if I want to, I can duplicate my sprite by right-clicking and put in duplicate, right-click, duplicate, right-click, duplicate, right-click, duplicate. Okay, so I'm going to hit start to test it. Okay, so now when I'm done, I only see 4. I'm not sure why that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, 1, 10 points, 20 points, yeah, 30 points, 40 points. Okay, so probably one of the sprites actually just started off screen. Let's see what happens there. Yeah, that happens. So basically, that's how we can add a simple scoring mechanism.